Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Friday here in Melbourne. Of course, it's only a couple of days now before the start of the VNL season in 2021. Of course, the big clash and the match of the round is, of course, the two rivals from down the road, of course, over in the West, which is the Falcons and the Cougars. And, of course, that will be on Wednesday night, which will be a live stream game on Netball Victoria. And, of course, join us right now from the Geelong Cougars, of course, our ambassador and our player sponsor. Of course, her name's Ellen Doyle. She joins us right now. Thanks, Ellen, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. Well, 5 days to go before round one. How's it been like?
Yeah, we've had 18 months of pre-season pretty much. So it's been pretty crazy and pretty full on, but I think we're more than ready to get out there, and the first game is such a big game. Playing against the Falcons, are such a great side, so it'll be a great start to the season, but yeah, super excited to actually start the season.
Now, you did have some practice games, mainly against the Geelong teams, and obviously you did get one last week against Melbourne Uni at the brand spanking new State Netball and Hockey Centre. I guess, how did that all go, and what did you get out of those two games? Well, obviously the games that you played against the Geelong teams, but of course the main one against Melbourne Uni.
Yeah, it was good last Wednesday to go and see the new State Hockey Netball Centre. It looks amazing, super cool. But yeah, it was good to have a good run out with them. Obviously, we're going to be playing them during the season, so just to see what we're going to be like, trying new combinations. We've got a few new combos and a few new team members in our team that each area hasn't really worked with before. So yeah, just trialing new things. But yeah, then having the opportunity to play against a few local clubs down here at Geelong, just to get that extra bit of experience, play against bigger bodies, and yeah, just have a little bit of a run before the season starts.
So I need to ask this question. We'll get to that Melbourne Uni game in just a moment. But what was the beneficial of playing down against the Geelong teams?
Well, I think we have such a strong Geelong level of netball, and I think majority of our Geelong clubs have VNL players in them or have had VNL players in them. So yeah, it's such a strong competition down here in Geelong, and I think it's sometimes even tougher to play a few Geelong teams down here than it is in Melbourne. So yeah, it was great to have a few local, strong, talented players to play against, just to prepare us for the season and for last Wednesday as well.
And if you can remember, who was the Geelong teams that you versed?
We played Torquay, which we play usually every year, which is good. And then I can't remember any of the other ones actually, but then we played against the under-19s and Champ, and then a few of the Vic men's came down, which was good to have a run out against them and with them as well. So yeah.
Now, you mentioned about the Vic 19 men's. Of course, I got to see them play when they played the Falcons a couple of weeks ago. Now, of course, I got the feeling by watching the men's game, and I think it was really beneficial the last couple of years when I know yourselves had the same thing leading up to the season. Obviously, Falcons have done the same, and I think a couple of other teams have done the same thing as well against the Vic men's 19s. That seem to be really more beneficial, especially when it gets to the business end of the season when everything's on the line, and especially in finals where I guess to play competitively against the bigger, stronger players seem to help, especially down the stretch. Is that how you try to do when you play against the men's team, to feel what it's got to be like, especially down the stretch when all the teams are fighting for finals?
Yeah, we love playing against the boys. They are strong, tough, fast. They play a great game of netball. So yeah, playing against the best will help us improve, especially coming close to finals time, but as well during the season. And it was great to have that opportunity to do it in the preseason as well, to get us ready for the start of the VNL season.
Now we're playing against the men's. Obviously, it's not just the girls' game, but it's obviously now the boys' game as well. I guess how important is to play against the boys, and do you think netball's now getting towards having like, seeing both the girls and the boys being like the main sport?
Yeah, it's so good to see boys playing netball, and likewise in footy to see like the AFL women's now. It's the sport is so big, and it's so good to see that both genders can play the sport, and the boys are sometimes just as good as some netballers. So yeah, it's really good to see them being able to have that opportunity to play at the state level, and hopefully for them to have a VNL season like we kind of do. But then it's good that in the off season to have that mixed netball to be able to play with them as well. And yeah, it's such a versatile sport that's getting bigger and bigger as the years go on.
We'll get back to that mixed side of things in a moment. But Melbourne Uni in last week at the Brain Spanking New State Netball and Hockey Centre. Firstly, I guess, how did you fare against Melbourne Uni, and what did you learn from Melbourne Uni that you so hopefully to take to that round one clash with the Falcons?
Yeah, it's hard to do practice matches and to take them into the season, as I think both teams, we were just working combos. So we were mixing around, playing around, and I'm sure they were too. And we had a few players out, they had a few players out. So it's hard to get a bit of a gauge on what the season's actually going to be like. But I thought we played really well against them, and I think we won by 9 in the end. So yeah, it was good to have a good run out and to see who we're familiar faces on, who we will be playing and matching up against during the season. But I think as an overall team, I think we played really well in adjusting to the new combos and adjusting to playing with against different players. Like we've played against the Geelong clubs before, and we've played against each other for a long time now. So different faces and faces that we're going to see during the season was good, and we had a good matchup with them, I think.
How's the preparations like? I'm assuming you've had training since that Wednesday game to prepare for the Falcons. How's that been like? I know that you do train again on Monday, heading up to round one. How's that been like?
Yeah, our trainings have been really good. We've worked on our strength and conditioning on and off the court and really upped the training tempo, and we've been helping each other out, and I think coming together as a club a lot more to prepare ourselves for next Wednesday, as it is going to be a hit out against Falcons. But yeah, I think we're prepared and we're ready to go, and it's just crazy to think that we're actually here. Like we've been waiting such last year due to COVID and stuff, I think more than ever. It'd be nice to implement everything that we've been learning and actually put it into a game.
The question I want to ask is with obviously that practice game against Melbourne Uni, of course you played in Div 1, but the champs, I guess, how did they go if you actually stayed to watch their game? And I guess how they've sort of coped with the rolling sub rule?
Yeah, we played at the same time, so I didn't really get to watch them play, but they did play really well, I got told. But yeah, the rolling subs will be super interesting and I think super good. I think it's a great way to get fresh legs on when needed and swap things if they aren't working without stopping the game. And yeah, I think it's going to be beneficial, especially when the champ game's a lot faster. It's going to be good to just quickly do those interchanges and when they're needed as well. So yeah, I think it's a great idea and I'm super excited to watch it actually happen. I've seen it obviously with the SSN girls and like with the Vixens and stuff, but yeah, it'll be good to see it, and I think it will definitely benefit champ a lot.
And obviously you mentioned that the only way they can sub is of course when the game stops. I guess how important is that going to be to fast track the game a bit more and hopefully get more people watching the VNL?
Yeah, I think it's netball's getting bigger and better every year, and I think new rules are coming in like this interchange, and I think it's a good stepping stone obviously for those girls that wanting to get to the next level, and that's what's going to happen. So yeah, I think it's good, and it's a hard one though because obviously the girls haven't done it before, so it's going to be a bit of a trial and error for them anyway, and to see what teams can adjust to it because it is going to be like fresh legs, different positions getting thrown around. But yeah, I really think it will benefit those girls and will help them a lot during the season, especially because there is such a talented bunch, that it's to allow people to have the opportunity on the bench to come on in a short amount of time or a long amount of time, but that quick interchange.
Now let's talk a bit about your team in particular. It's pretty much very similar, and I guess it's pretty much right across the board in regards to Div 1 and Champ. But the 19s is a pretty young team when I last came out to Geelong. I guess I know that, you know, the last time the 19s played was 2019, which they, of course, I don't want to relive it, but you came so close to making another grand final that year. I guess, how do you think the 19s are going to look this year?
Yeah, they are a very young group of girls. They're a very talented group of girls for sure. And a lot of homegrown Geelong girls, which is really nice to see. But yeah, I think they'll go really well. I think it's a bit hard. They didn't get the opportunity last year to get their foot in the door with the VNL, and it is so different from Geelong netball. It's a bigger bodies, faster pace. So yeah, it's just going to be a bit of a trial and error with those, and hopefully work on new combos. They've been training really well at trainings and stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm sure they'll smash it.
And any players we should watch out for in the 19s?
Oh, that's hard. There's so many talented bunch of girls. I could name so many, but I don't know. Yeah, that's a tricky one. I'm not sure. There's such a good group on and off the court as well. So yeah, there's lots to look out for.
Now let's talk a bit about Champ as well. Pretty much a similar team to last year. Obviously, you won't have Mel this year with Collingwood, or at least for most of it. And obviously Ellie Smith, who's with the Vixens at the moment. I guess, but other than that, it's a pretty strong team as it is. And obviously you do have the grand final MVP, Vanessa, in that team in the moment, of course, roaming around in the midcourt. I guess that team's looking pretty good at the moment, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're so strong. It's great to to train with them, as they're such a talented bunch of girls and so versatile. Literally, like, I feel like everyone can play everywhere in that team. So yeah, it'd be good to have Xana Woods back. She's had a knee injury for a while now, and she's been working so hard on and off the court. So yeah, it'll be super exciting to see her come into that team. Ruby Peakenschlick is going to come into the defensive end, which will help them a lot with her height and her versatility. But then you've still got such good key players that have been there for a few years and are so experienced. So yeah, I think they'll absolutely smash it, and will hopefully maybe back their grand final win up again this year. Touch wood.
Yes, absolutely. Of course, being the defending champs in championship at the moment. But now, of course, the most important one, your side, Div 1. I guess, how's your team looking for the new year? And now I'm assuming, of course, most of our listeners and of course, for people that follow the VNL, that you played on both ends of the court, of course, the goals and the defending side of things. What position am I expecting you to play when I see you against the Falcons in week 1 in the live stream game?
Definitely centre. Nah, just joking. I'm going to be playing defence this year, I think. I wish I could play centre. Too much running for me. But no, yeah, I have been training with both ends, but I think mainly I'll be playing defence this year. I've been moving out to like a goal defence and goalkeeper role, which is super exciting to change a bit of my game. But yeah, when the goalers are short, I'm sure I'll get swung down there here and there. But for now, defence, which is super exciting.
So obviously you're pretty amazing in both positions, defending and goals, and especially the games I've watched you play. Do you prefer one to the other?
Oh, that's a tricky one. It depends who we play against, to be honest.
Okay.
If there's a taller goaler, I really like playing defense because I feel like that's kind of my style of game. But yeah, I do like playing goals as well. But yeah, it just depends where I get thrown. I'm not really bothered. I kind of just go with the flow. But yeah, I feel like I'm super excited to play defense. I feel like I've played goals for the past few years and down at my local club at South Bowen, I'm playing goals this year. So it'd be good to change things up and still have that my defensive game still with me.
Now, of course, you coach Mel, which, of course, you've had her for quite a while, especially since the start of your VNL career. Was that now 4 years now in the VNL?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
of course, winning a premiership with her as well in 2017. I guess, what have you learned from Mel and the way she coached that has helped your game in the last 4 seasons?
Yeah, Mal's been incredible. Not only has she helped me as a player, she has really helped me grow as a person. I've had a few struggles in the past 4 years, but has always backed me and helped me. And that's really helped me become a better netballer. But yeah, she's just believed in me and had the confidence in me, which I think has made me grow and want to learn and improve so much more. So yeah, my hat goes off to her because I wouldn't be the player or person I am today without her.
Now, of course, I did mention Mel in particular, of course, been the Div 1 coach, but obviously been your coach for 4 years. But you do have 2 other amazing coaches as well. Of course, one new one, and
Yeah.
obviously, of course, Jared had been the head coach down there at the Cougars. Tell us a bit about those 2.
Yeah, Damo's new this year, but has helped the under-19s grow. And I think him being new and those girls being new, it's really worked well. He learned so much from Mal and Jez and is always wanting to learn and help us Div 1 and Champ girls as well, which is awesome. But yeah, he's doing an amazing job there. Jez is he's also incredible. I've had him help me as well for 4 years now, and he just has such a smart brain and is just so flexible and understanding. Like, he just wants the best version of yourself. He knows that there's so much going on behind the doors and it's not all netball sometimes. And I think sometimes coaches forget that everyone else has an outside life, and he's just super understanding. And we've got a few mums in the Champ team and he's just so flexible with that. And yeah, I just think he's such an amazing coach and always wants the best for everyone, and it's just really, really nice to see. And he's such a positive person and it's such a good environment to be around. And I think across all coaching panels, that's what makes me get drawn back every year, and I'm sure it happens to all the girls. It's just such a good environment to be in. My hat goes off to all the coaches because that's what they're doing. And yeah, it's amazing.
Let's talk a bit about your netball journey. Where did it all start and why did you choose it, Ellen?
It all started when I was in grade 1 and I was at primary school, and my assistant principal, Chris Brown, asked me to come and play in the netball team. And I'd tried basketball, I'd tried gymnastics, and both were terrible. So I thought I'd give netball a go, and I've stuck with it. I've tried horse riding too, not a fan. So yeah, I've tried a few sports, but I've stuck with netball. So yeah, I've played since grade 1, and yeah, I've loved it ever since.
Now, I'm assuming your highlights throughout your netball journey was that 2017 VNL Premiership with the 19s down at the Cougars in your first season. If my memory serves me correct, that was against the Falcons, and it came down to the last goal, which ended up winning the game with about a second left. Tell us a bit about the day and the relief after being the Falcons.
Yeah. Well, it was my first year in VNL, which was super exciting. And I didn't really think, like, I've been in grand finals before in Geelong, and I was just like, oh yeah, it's just another, grand final. But this is so different, so different. And I remember saying to Mel when she said, oh, you're starting in goal shoot. And I was like, nah, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. I was just stressing. And I think I cried probably 80% of the game because I was just so nervous. And I remember when I shot that goal, I was just the sigh of relief. And when the buzzer went, everyone asked me, would you relive that game? And I actually wouldn't. I love it. And I'm so glad we won, but I would never go back. But yeah, it was such a good feeling, and obviously having a rivalry against the Falcons, it was a good feeling beating them. Yeah.
Do you have that Premiership Medal and still with you? And how long did that take until you took it off? Which I believe was that I'm pretty sure that might have been an afternoon game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was. I don't even know what time, but yeah, I do still have that medal. That is a very special medal to me. And yeah, it was just such a good group of girls to play and win that with as well. And yeah, it was a great start to my VNL career. So yeah.
Now, I believe a couple of girls on that team have gone to bigger and better things as well. Of course, state, and obviously I think maybe one or two are playing in the SSN at the moment, or hopefully that's correct. But anyway, if that's not correct, hopefully I won't edit myself on that one. But I guess how good is to see those girls, still with the Cougars, but obviously doing also bigger and better things as well.
Yeah, I think we've had a few girls coming through the Cougars pathway to go on to do bigger things, like Ali Smith. We're also incredibly proud of her for that. She's worked her butt off. Same with Mel Bragg. She's just doing incredible things. And then we've got girls that are getting through that A&L pathway. And we've had a few young girls like Poppy and Zara getting into the state squad and the Oz squad. And yeah, I think we've just got such a talented bunch down at the Geelong Cougars, and hopefully we'll see them all play for Vixens one day, or whoever they want to play with.
Now, the Geelong Cougars, something I love about the Geelong Cougars, and I think you did an event just recently down in Geelong with the Junior Flyers as well, which is obviously the Rep 10 down there in Geelong. That you went out to do a clinic with the disability, the ability disability group down there. How important has that been, and how much has that been emphasised around the playing group from your coaches, or even from the club in general, in regards to going out and supporting the community when you can?
Yeah, I think the community gives so much to us, and obviously comes and supports us, like watching and off. With sponsors and stuff like that. So it's great to go out into the community and give back to them, and give back to the community with our knowledge on netball, and help the younger girls or the younger boys to come up and potentially play in the VNL in the future. But yeah, I think the disability work is super special, because they always put a smile on your face. They're so super funny, but it's never you guys have to do the community work, or you have to go and help these. It's like, oh no, I want to, or I'll do it. Like, we're super, I think, excited and happily to go out into the community and give back.
Now, I'm assuming you done one of these by the sounds of it, the disability thing. I guess, what's the best thing about it? And I guess now playing netball yourself at a high level at the VNL, I get, and doing these clinics with the disability, I guess, do you realise, or does the team realise how lucky they are in regards to having the ability to play the sport that you love with no, disabled thing at all?
We are super lucky to have the opportunity to play at this level and be able to. But it's so great to see that the disability do have a competition and they can get to the state level. I think it's grown so much, and the disability and the wider community is so versatile, and allowing everyone, no matter shape, size, all that kind of stuff going on, that they can play netball. And I think everyone is playing netball because they love the sport, and I think it's grown so much. So yeah, I am super grateful, and I know my teammates are super grateful to be able to play and able to play. But yeah, it's so good to see that the competition and netball in general is just so versatile and allows everyone to play.
Now let's talk a bit about what does the sport of netball mean to you, especially down there at the Geelong Cougars?
Yeah, the sport means a lot to me. I have grown so much as a person from it and as a player. But yeah, the Geelong community is just so amazing. There's amazing group of girls down at the Geelong Cougars who support you through thick and thin. And I think we are just one big family down there, and it's just such a nice vibe to go into training, to have fun, put a smile on your face, work hard, train hard, and then walk out as a whole big group as well. So yeah, it's amazing, and I'm super lucky to be at such an amazing club and to have been at the club for 4 years now. So yeah.
Do you have any future ambitions in the sport of netball?
Hard one. I'm not sure. I would love to maybe take my netball a bit further and make an ANL squad. But yeah, just focusing on this year, I think just being able to play again and playing in the at South Barwon down in Geelong as well. So yeah, just getting my body back into actually playing netball instead of doing pre-season. But yeah, maybe in the future to try and get into an ANL team. I'm not sure.
Now, also, I believe on top of this, I believe you're might be heading over to Scotland very soon. Well, not obviously after the season finishes, and be part of the Scotland team in the World Netball Championships. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so I'm lucky enough to have a dual passport. My mum's Scottish, so I got the opportunity earlier on in the year to go over there and see if I can train and work hard into the World Cup team. But due to COVID, it's been postponed. So hopefully later on this year, I'll get the chance to go over and trial and work with the squad. And yeah, hopefully we'll get picked for the 2022 World Cup, I think it is, or 2023, I'm not sure. But yeah, super exciting things to come, and hopefully COVID stays out the way for me at the end of the year. But yeah, exciting things to come, but still super fresh. So yeah, but I'm super excited and super honoured to have that opportunity as well.
Now, tell us a bit about your South Barwon team as well, and any players in that team we should watch out for, which I believe your season starts either this weekend or the following weekend.
Yeah, so we were meant to play North Shore this weekend, but they don't have an A grade side, so
okay,
we will play the weekend after. But yeah, we've got such a strong team this year. Our attacking end's strong, defending end strong. We're still super young, which is fine. We're learning and growing as a team, but lots of people to watch out for, and a lot of juniors at South Barwon to watch out for that potentially will come up in the VNL pathway in the future to come. So yeah.
How important has the juniors been down at South Barwon, and especially, you know, hopefully again that you mentioned that hopefully we'll get to see some of them in the next within the next 5 years or so in the VNL.
Yeah, I'm actually super privileged to coach under 17s at South Barwon, so
okay,
super exciting. But yeah, we've got such a talented bunch and a great program down from Net Set Go with Susan Meaney, who comes in, who's great with the younger kids, and then to going through under 13s, 15s and 17s, we have such a strong coaching panel and such a wide range of talent from all over Geelong. So yeah, we've got a great junior bunch down at South Barwon, and yeah, they're growing and developing so well, and I can definitely see a good group of them potentially playing VNL in the future.
Any of the 17s players we should watch out for, which I believe your season would start this week?
All right, no, there's just heaps of strong, talented players in under 17s that definitely can go in VNL in the future. But yeah, we've got such a strong, versatile group of girls at South Barwon.
Now, what will be your advice to people out there that should get involved in netball, especially down there in the Geelong area?
I think just give things a go. If an opportunity arises, take it with two hands and just go with it and work hard. I think this year's netball is going to be a little bit different. Obviously, last year COVID hit and we lost it. So just to find the love back again and to have fun. I always think, and Jez has always told me, you're not going to play your best netball until you're having fun. So yeah, enjoy it, take opportunities when they come, but yeah, just have fun at the end of the day.
Obviously, we know that your team are not very good either singing or dancing. So I'm going to go with my next question on top of that, which is who's the comedian in the team, if it is any good comedians?
Oh, Xana Woods is a very funny girl. She loves singing. She loves dancing. So she's the entertainment at trainings as well, which is good. We all kind of like a good laugh, a good joke here and there, but yeah, probably Xana.
Now, do you have a pre-game superstition or ritual or pump-up song?
Ooh. I don't. I'm super chilled. I just kind of rock up and play, really. I don't have any. I'll put my left shoe or my right shoe on first, or my, all that kind of stuff. I like to be organized, though. That's one thing. I like to have everything in my bag the night before. And I think Mel's taught me that. She likes to be very organized. So I think she's
Yes.
made me super organized. So
Yes.
yeah, but besides from that, but I love a good carpool karaoke, whether it's with my dad driving up or with teammates driving up. I love playing music along the way, a variety of music, but lots of pump up tunes.
So now you've just mentioned about carpool karaoke. Have you ever done something similar to what, if anyone watched the Late Late Show with James Corden, their carpool karaoke? Now, considering it's a fair distance and a fair bit of time between Melbourne and Geelong, have you ever maybe thought about that with your teammates?
And well, we kind of did one the other week where we played MU on Wednesday. I drove up with Alicia McDonald and Ruby Pekin, and we played some Christmas tunes to start off with, which I know is a bit early. Yeah, and then Ruby loves Disney, so we moved to Disney halfway, and then we got the pump up tunes ready for when we were rocking up to the state hockey and netball center. So yeah, variety of tunes for a variety of players, but yeah, it's never a dull moment in the car with any of my teammates, to be honest.
Have you ever recorded what you do in the car with couple karaoke?
We should. We could make money on that, I think. Yeah, we should start recording, but we don't.
Well, maybe
that
maybe
would
this
probably
Wednesday.
be an embarrassing moment. Yeah, maybe next Wednesday. Yeah.
Maybe we can start that in week 1, on Wednesday.
Yeah, it will be. I think we'll have to be a bit more serious, though.
Now, so I have to ask this. Now, you mentioned about Christmas songs just a moment ago. Now, why Christmas song in the middle of April?
You know what? Christmas in July is close, so I like to, but I love Christmas. I start Christmas literally in July. So yeah, you can always play Christmas tunes, especially All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey. That goes off. It's a tune.
Okay, even in the middle of April.
Yeah, in the middle of April.
Now, I'll finish up with this last two, which is how special is to have Smash FM as your player sponsor this year?
Yeah, I'm super honoured and grateful to have Smash FM as my sponsor, and I cannot thank you enough for the support on and off the court as well. It's so great, so amazing, and yeah, I'm super grateful.
And the second part of that question, which is, were you surprised when either me or I think it might have been Lisa down at Geelong announced that to you that we were going to be your player sponsor?
Yeah, I didn't think it was me to start off with. I was like, you sure you've got the right person? Like, I don't think it's me. But nah, yeah, I was super shocked, but yeah, super excited, and I cannot thank you enough.
Well, Ellen, we are so happy to have you as our player sponsor and our ambassador for the 2021 season with Geelong. And best of luck. Big game this Wednesday coming, of course, against the City West Falcons at the State Netball Hockey Centre, which is the live stream game on Netball Victoria. And let's hope it all goes well, and hopefully be 3 real tough matches involving the Cougars and the Falcons this week. Yeah,
for sure. It's going to be a tough game, and hopefully we get 3 wins on the board. But yeah, we're going to have to work for it, that's for sure. Thanks so much for having me.
No worries. And that's, of course, our Smash FM ambassador for the Geelong Cougars. Ellen Doyle there joins there. Of course, if you want to watch that game, of course, the Geelong Cougars take on the City West Falcons at the State Netball and Hockey Centre in Parkville, because it is live stream on Wednesday night, because with yours truly on the commentary of that game from 7 o'clock right through to about 11 o'clock at night. So make sure you tune in for that one throughout
Bring your
Wednesday.
popcorn.
Yeah, on Wednesday night. We'll be back for more right after this. Don't go away here on the Smashboard Show here on the 10th year celebration.